Historic Lambeau Field fittingly abuts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers.
Dixon set to kick off.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throw over the middle, it's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
Number 30.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Right here, right here. Check it out,
On the delay, Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down at the 28. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Makes the score.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's third down and 6 yards to go.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. the keeper. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
On first down, it's Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
56, the mark, boy, 56.
They'll set up to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
The 36-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Check, 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 check.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They'll throw now on the final play. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This will make it into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Camaro. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got three. 24 is the mark. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
Set the tone, defense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
1-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
2nd and 3. At the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 29. With 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
The pass.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
The pass.
No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 15. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Packers 10, Saints 7. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And this will be incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on, let's go. Mike 54. Mike 54. Pick me up.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against the big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle, there to make the stop.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. And able to get get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
4 fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Well, the second down throw on target. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And he's got him. Got his man on the end round. Complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
39-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
He's back to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
Tonight's final score, Saints.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Saints, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.